that's one of the most traumatic things anybody can hear, that your mom's gonna, a doctor tells you your mom is pretty much gonna die in the immediate future.
Yeah.
I mean, that's extremely heavy news.
We know what the problem is, and I'm working on fixes. And worst case scenario, things end up the way they're supposed to be. Best case scenario, I pull off another freaking Joe miracle.
If she doesn't swing back up, it's almost like you're saying goodbye in the next few weeks.
I'm gonna go for it. Yeah.
Soup or salad?
What kind of soups you got?
Chicken noodles or creamy turkey?
Oh, you got creamy turkey?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely creamy turkey.
Okay. And I want an order of mashed potatoes with gravy. You know?
Is that real bread or mashed potatoes?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, can we do that? That'd be great.
That's right, ladies. I'm good to my mother. And I'm single.
Yeah, do a dating video. What are some attributes that the beautiful blonde busty woman out there watching this video would like to know about you?
I'm experienced at wiping a woman's ass.
Oh, that was not the answer I saw coming. Wow. Because it's true.
Yes.
Sadly. Something, I don't know if audiences want to know that. Really, I don't think anybody wants to know that. Is it my mashed potato?
Oh yeah, correct. I made a mistake.
One of those pioneers. Now they're everywhere at the cons. You know?
You're causing a major continuity issue by taking off your glasses, by the way.
That's not a continuity issue, because then I go like this.
Okay. We have to get it clean so I can intercut the glasses coming off. Now on. Say something? Okay.
Okay, wait, okay. It has come to my attention that you have been having sex with boys in the bathroom, Joe. This is a very serious matter. Now, I will say more things of vital interest.
No, because it's like, even when I'm trying to cut stuff together, it's always an issue. But I think the audience should know that.
I know. I also heard like cigarettes. Cigarettes are like a really tough one.
Oh, the clock in the background.
Or the clock.
There's no clock, but typically a
I
clock.
fucked up the clock in D-Day too.
Yeah. But I'm sure nobody notices these things.
Oh, well, my gray beard's gonna be all over the internet. That's really sad.
Oh.
I'm going gray. I'm vain. You're not. You don't give a shit. You know,
Have you seen
I'm
me?
vain and pretty. You know.
I was always the fucking troll doll. What the fuck? You know, I stopped being cute at like
I'm
4.
I'm the human male version of Angel. I'm pretty. You know. I don't want people to see that I'm getting early onset gray. Oh Lord. Lumens was nothing. We love 4800 lumens. I don't know.
I don't even know what that is in my plots.
You know. I don't know what lumens are. Oops. I thought this
Please
was
don't
a
shoot us
plot.
all sex tank.
It apparently is an electronic device.
Can you turn the volume to the TV down a little bit?
Actually, I guess it shouldn't be on at all, right? Are you? Come on. What's your your deep probing question, Boris?
I'm not the way I used to, but walking around, nobody notices. I don't really have time right now. I actually have company here.
When you saw Joe's room
I've been taking
for the
care of
first
her for, like,
time,
almost
what
10 years
what was
altogether.
your...
Matrix. The Matrix.
But
The Matrix.
it's like the last 5 years
Easy.
things have just gotten
He
harder
lives in
and
the
harder.
Matrix. He's got 15 screens and wires dangling from everywhere.
But she's in good spirits.
You know, it's dark. It's a little hovel. You know, he's Neo. You know, it's just when he's in this life, he forgets.
Yeah, I mean.
So he thinks he's Joe Tom Collins, which is what a cruel thing. you know, to do for the Matrix to do to make him think that he's Joe Tom Collins.
We're waiting on.
I mean, isn't that really like
the
really fucked up thing about like if there is a Matrix
to start up?
Right? All the miserable people that you know the Matrix is
theoretically.
making people be, you know, like you know.
Yeah, me and
there's
my
some
brother,
soul in the Matrix who's living a life
he's kind of an adopted
as,
brother from another mother.
you know, someone starving in war-torn Africa. You know, that's the life that the Matrix picked out for them. And but here they picked out the life of Joe Tom Collins.
Well, first of all, you've been in this apartment since pretty much your whole life, right?
Yeah.
Right? This used to be your parents' room,
Yeah.
right?
There used to be a king-size bed right here.
So how did you amass all this stuff?
Basically, for a while there, I was sleeping in the bedroom, in Clint's room. Mm-hmm. And that was one of the phase where I decided no TV, no computer. I was just going to go into the room and sleep. Because I had delusions about getting a job. And all the craziness was in here. And as I had to clean up the living room and everything else like that, everything that was not ready to be thrown out got stuffed in here and stuffed in here until I got stuffed in here with it. Because, you know, I took JP in and then I took Clint in. And
You kind of run an orphanage for, like, in this apartment. It's like you're a kind-hearted person that opens up their door. You open your door to JP, to Clint, and now Foot seems to be here all the time, too. Mm-hmm. You know.
If you want a helping hand, always ask the poor.
Back in the day, you and Eric.
Huh?
Back in the day, you and Eric.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, yeah, you would help me. I remember when I was broken, you would help me financially. You know, a movie ticket or something.
I've always been the poorest patron of the arts.
Right.
Actually, yeah, I called him a patron. And that's why I was talking about the crowdfunding campaign, because like my patron is running out of money shortly soon. We need new patrons.
Most people will help somebody out, but they're not going to let them move in. Like you did that with several people. I mean, can you just say something a little bit about that? About opening your door and letting people pretty much indefinitely crash with you?
It just, you know, I wasn't using the place at all. I was staying with my mom on City Island.
Right.
You know, because she needed help. So this place was sitting here doing nothing. And JP was sleeping on the train. And I'm like, you know, dude, don't sleep on the train. There's a house here doing nothing. So, you know, I wish I could do more for Foot. I wish I had space. If it comes down to it, we're going to have to clear this shit off, and he's going to have to crawl up on top, and we're going to have to not beat off in the middle of the night.
Oh.
So this is where I should send Ronald Mines' mail.
You know the way he sleeps? You know, the way Foot sleeps when he gets home from work? You might be able to go ahead and get away with some beating off in the middle of the night. Well, you know, I mean, you could even leave the TV on.
The night should probably be fine because he's working nights. It's in the middle of the day that I can't.
Right, because he works at night.
Well, she has bad kidneys for going on 8 years now. Suffered a stroke in 2003, which she recovered mostly from. But in 2008, when the kidneys started to go, it aggravated the stroke. This caused a change in mental status, which caused her to screw up all her finances. She's diabetic. She's actually not diabetic anymore because I've been cooking such a decent diet for her that her blood sugars have been just fine. They've taken her off of all diabetic medication. But now the heart is having issues because there was 2 blockages, which we knew about, but, you know, they didn't feel there was anything they could do then, and now it's getting worse.
So mom was taking a turn for the worse.
Yeah, and basically, her blood pressure is dropping to the point where they are worried they're not going to be able to do dialysis anymore. And once you're off dialysis with her level of kidney disease, you've got between 1 and 3 weeks to live.
Wow, that's really fucking heavy news.
So 1 and 3 weeks? You mean 3 months?
No, if you go off dialysis, it's 1 and 3 weeks.
Okay. Never mind. I was talking about the other
Yes.
prognosis.
And the doctor said, basically, the way the condition her heart is in, she's got maybe 3 months.
So the doctor told you your mom has 3 months to live.
The saddest part for me is, like I said, she screwed up our financials, and I'm literally $1,000 away. This Wednesday, I will pay off the last of the back maintenance we owe in Parkchester.
The apartment will be paid for.
Well, we'll be up to date on the maintenance.
Right.
The mortgage has already been paid for.
Right.
So, you know, this was the point I've been working for the past 5 years to get to, where things were supposed to get good and I could actually take mom out and do things with her.
Right.
And, you know, we did a lot of sacrificing and a lot of skimping to get here. So,
It's fucked up.
yep. Situation normal. All fucked up.
You once told me, and I always remember this because it's, you know, it's your brand of humor, but it's like, you always told me, like, I smile. You said, I smile not because I'm happy, but so my lips, when I'm getting kicked in the mouth, my lips
Right.
will get busted too.
Exactly.
Right. I messed up the joke, but, you know, if you want to tell it, you know.
Yeah, I smile while they're kicking my teeth in so my lips don't get as busted up.
Right, at least save the lips while you get kicked in the teeth. That's something I...
The thing about this whole mom thing is this. I gotta give Joe the floor, but, I mean, for me it's pretty damn scary because I don't know what happens to me.
Right.
You know, so, I mean, we can joke around and we can have our laughs and things like that, but, you know, and I, you know, I'm not saying my pain is comparable to Joe's, but this hasn't been easy for me either, you know.
You count as family now, so, you know.
Well, whatever, I mean...
Welcome to the hell.
You know, I've been told that all my life, your family, but there's always, like, one person who will make it clear that I'm not. And that takes so much out of you that you never trust that again. And you can say it, and I can believe it intellectually, but my heart doesn't. It never can, and it never will, because you can only have that taken away from you a couple of times before you go, okay. And I don't like to think that way.
Right.
But you know, I sometimes feel like it, you know, because I don't know. I mean, I'm looking around at my stuff, and when I came here to New York, you know, we went through this period as a culture where it was just all about acquiring things and acquiring things and acquiring things, and then I lost all my money. I was almost getting evicted, and I came here to New York, and I learned to let go of things. And I was really proud of myself for that. I learned to let go of stuff, you know, and just let it go. And like I sold off my Victoria coin collection, and my friends said, "Oh my God, that must have been sad." And I said, "No, it was good to let it go. It was good, you know, because I'm just a custodian to these little historical objects, and that was nice." And so now this comes up, and like, you know, one way or another, things are going to change drastically very soon, and I'm just sort of looking around at my stuff and going, oh, you know, what do I get to keep? What do I not get to keep? You know, I don't know. So it's pretty scary, you know, and I've been taking that attitude. Joe's been, you know, I've been trying to deal with it with just as being as strong as I possibly can and having as best sense of humor as I can, with momentary punctuation of weeping, you know. His mother, you know, let's face it, didn't do healthy things. Didn't eat healthy. About the only thing she didn't do was smoke At least she didn't smoke. Other than that, she made all the most unhealthy choices you could possibly make in a lifetime.
She ate her feelings and...
She ate her feelings, right.
And worked herself to death.
Right.
Right.
To avoid being home with my father.
Right.
Right. Who passed away how many years ago now?
This July is going to be 8 or 9.
And
2006. 9 years this July.
And why? What was his cause of death?
He sat down and atrophied himself for a good 20 to 30 years until his fucking heart stopped.
So he wasn't walking around.
So sedentary, no exercise.
Yeah. He basically willed himself to death and ate himself to death.
Right.
And,
He also had severe mental issues. I mean, I wasn't there, but for what I hear, he had... He probably had a psychotic personality, at least to some degree. He's a very delusional man, especially toward the... I saw his ravings. He wrote a bunch of stuff during the Clinton administration, and it's just this kind
Where were the writings?
I think they ended up being thrown away.
Like a journal? It was a journal?
It was like a journal. It was kind of stuff written on pages. I think he was writing all this stuff down, thinking it was some kind of like important manifesto, but from his profound mind, and it was just his raving about Bill Clinton and paranoid conspiracy theories, and he clearly was losing his mind in his last few years. I'm going to keep her around as long as we can. And I think 6 months down the road, or 3 months down the road, you're going to do another one of these. And
she'll still be around?
No, I don't know if she'll still be around, but, I mean, we'll have kind of moved to some other phase, and hopefully it's not going to be, super sad.
Right.
It'll be like, well, we know what we're doing, or we have things in order. I don't know.
You and Joe's lives are so much lived inside this apartment.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Right.
That shouldn't be, and I'd like to change that, but with things coming up with Mom and all that, I mean, everything's up in the air. You can't really think about yourself that much. It's just about going day to day and whatnot.
With the exception of a few years, Joe's lived his whole life in this apartment.